everybody. Welcome back to Small Couch Reviews. Your boys, Sam.
It's your boy Joby.
I'm very excited. We get to talk about video games again. I'm very excited. We're talking more about video games because, as you guys know, we love them just as much as we do movies.
Yeah.
Star Wars Outlaws is officially out today.
Yes.
It had early access on Tuesday, which I think you got, right, Jovi? You got the early access.
Got the early access, yeah.
If you wanted that from Ubisoft, you could either subscribe to them, subscribe to their monthly service for $18, or you could pay $110. I'm going to tell you right now, $110 is way too much for this game.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, in my opinion. I'm going to let Jovi give his opinion.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so I literally downloaded it. Came out the 30th. I downloaded it today. I have played about maybe the first hour. I put an hour, 15 minutes in.
Okay.
Jovi has played. I'm sure you've hit 2 hours by now, right?
At least two to three to almost. I mean, honestly, almost 4. But the way I play video games, I probably didn't hit as much as the story as somebody else would have done in 3 hours. I done a lot of side stuff.
There is a lot of side stuff to do, man. Let's get right into it.
But I have also hit every mechanic that has been advertised. I have done there's nothing locked for me right now.
Yeah. So if you don't know, I'm sure if you clicked on this video, you do. But Star Wars Outlaws is the open world Star Wars game where you play as a character named. Her name is Kay.
Kay. Yep.
Yeah, her name is Kay. And as the title implies, she is a mercenary is not the right word, but I guess an outlaw. And yeah, you are traversing this world as her. You have a main storyline, and then you have your side quests. And yeah, I mean, it's basically you are you're oh my gosh, it's like it'd be like if Han Solo got his own game. So
yeah, and it probably would have hit a little better.
Okay, so if you don't know, I have not been too high on since Andor, Ahsoka. Yeah, okay. Actually, I haven't been too high on Star Wars recently.
Yeah,
mainly because of the Acolyte. I know Jovi and our friend Matt liked it a lot more than I did, but
didn't think it was perfect. Just like I'll explain my.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't. Ever since I saw this game, I was like, there's just something about it. But I knew I was gonna buy it.
Right.
But the things I thought I wouldn't like, I didn't like. But there are some surprises. But again, I'm talking too much. Joey, this is your time, bro. Go ahead.
Hey, man. Do you want sweet and sour? Do you want like
I just want you to just word vomit. Just tell us everything in whatever order.
A complete overview and cool. You gave us a few minutes. You listened to us talk about this at the beginning. It is a sad reality when game companies are charging you this much money for an incomplete game.
Exactly. I didn't even bring up the fact there's a patch that's already out. But
and like a lot of people have lost their data, and I thought I ran into it. But I think it's updated since. I didn't get to that point in the game yet, which I'm very happy about, because me 10 years ago, I would have sped through the story.
Yeah, we don't got time for that right now.
No. So I was like,
quick, I'm sorry, Joe. What console do you have this for?
I have it on the Xbox Series X.
Okay, so X. Okay, I thought that was a PC problem, but okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But yeah, I'm trying, I feel like I have to navigate around because I love Star Wars, right? So I will say 100% I'm having a good time with it. Now, is the game mechanics and everything not up to par? Yes, it is. That's
really its issue.
Yeah, and that's the problem. Like we've said before, Sam has even said before, I'm the biggest fan of stealth games. Like I like the idea that I have to use my brain to get around literally puzzles throughout a mission. This is like I could be using stealth, but somehow, some way, someone's gonna see me, or I'm not able to distract or send what's the little guy's name?
Is it Nyx?
Nyx.
Yeah.
Send Nyx where I need him to go, right? Or I get options that don't make any sense. Like, why would I attack when I can't use my blaster in this mission? Stuff like that. Like I'm trying to give examples without like overly spoiling it. I mean, the story's not that involved. To say the least. Like Kay is running from a big bad guy that's trying to take down the underground, the underworld of Star Wars. That's it. That's the story. And then you have 3 factions that you can either be cool with or not be cool with.
Yeah.
That's the game. And then again, so I'll go back. That's kind of like my up and down, like it is what it is. It's Star Wars. I'm gonna play this. Again, I've been sitting up here today playing it like nonstop, trying to get through missions using nothing but stealth, saying screw it and pulling the blaster out and just running through enemies because they're not that smart. Like, honestly, and people go down like I actually like the melee, not the melee mechanics and how it looks and how it feels. I like that I can punch somebody 3 times and they're knocked out. I'm not like, going.
Okay. That's one of my bigger issues.
I like that I could. So she's clearly not just a human because she's knocking people out with full armor.
One punch, bruh. That giant blows me ever since I saw it in the trailers.
So certain enemies you can't do one punch, and so you got to be more strategic. Like you got to hit an enemy with your special blaster because that I unlocked that. I don't know if you got that far yet, and then you could use Nyx to like jump on them, and then they're like the shield will go down or something like that. So it's like it's still strategy, but again, it just doesn't hit the way I think they thought it was going to hit.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the mechanics, it feels weird. Using the grappling hook is by far the worst thing I've seen in video games in like 5 years. It like you talk about using Cal Kestis as a character, and he uses his environment, and that feels so satisfying when you get up a ladder, you jump from one location to the next. None of the movement feels satisfying in this game when you're traversing at all. Like I'm gonna go in on this joint because again, I'm playing it. You know what we always say? Does it smell like Star Wars? Does it look like Star Wars? It feels like Star Wars? It does. The environments are dope. The insides of these places are dope. It feels lived in. It actually feels like a Star Wars universe. But then Kay just feels like she's just thrown into it.
Yeah.
And I think that's what bothers me the most, where it's like that guy over there playing Sabak, like he looks like he lives on this planet. He's been here for a long time. Kay, you just look like a generic. And that's her character model. The actress that plays her that they based it off of, gorgeous woman. She's an amazing voice actor. Apparently, man, she recorded like a year worth of lines.
Yeah, so, that's what I was about to say. She put in work for this.
Yeah. And then like with the character model, it's not that I don't give a fuck about the looks. I almost went without using a curse word. It's more like she looks lifeless
in the game, right?
Yeah. And it's like, how does this character, that the one that looks like Syndulla, like look really good, like everything, and then they switch over to Kay and her eyes are over here and she's just like, look at
so I can't hold it. Like that is probably the animation in this game is too inconsistent. Yes. Your main character is just ugly. Like, I'm sorry. The environment. I'm on the scooter, or whatever the thing is. And I'm looking, and in normal Ubisoft fashion, the environments are beautiful.
Right.
But then our main character gets to a cutscene and she starts talking. Yeah. And I'm like, bro, this game looks like it's from 2003. Like it's bad.
It's very
and the stealth action when she gets up and hits and she backhands the stormtrooper, I don't like it. I didn't like it in the trailer. I
Right.
don't like it now that I'm playing the game. I think it looks bad.
It's more confusing for me. Like, y'all put so much time into everything else, but movement and character models her character model looks
hers, yes.
it looks weird.
It's
no reason that the calamari and the woman that you get jobs from looks better than her.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, I don't know. Was there two separate teams working on this? Like, it doesn't make any sense,
Yeah.
man.
So enough of her looks, but again, that first planet, we all hate that planet because it was added it had no plot to the last trilogy. Because it's like, but now we got to go a little deeper into that planet, and it's like, oh, cool. Yeah, it looks dope. But yeah, man, like, I am enjoying a single player game that's Star Wars, but once again, they didn't give us what we asked for.
So
because they could like, I could clear, like, man, if we could get, I don't know. I just don't know if we'll ever either, because you're not the hugest Star Wars fan. You like Star Wars, but you're not like I gush over Star Wars. I feel like I'm never going to be satisfied. And because I do hold it like dear to my heart. And I feel like they're playing with us because they know people are going to buy it. They know people are going to continue to be like, oh, well, let's give it another chance. But then when I have a problem with this and Acolyte, it's going to be like, well, y'all can't make these shows, and you can't use, and I say this all the time. There are good games with women characters. There are great movies and TV shows with women main characters. But when it comes to Star Wars, they just mess it up. It does, and it really pisses me off because I want to see more people. There's more to the Star Wars universe than a white human being. Like, there's more to this universe. And so, like, we're not going to get it anymore because both of those seem like. Oh, well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's it. I mean, like, again, I haven't got any deeper into the story, but it's just not compelling. Like, I'm having a good.
Compelling?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. Maybe I got to get to know Kay more to actually care. Right.
Yeah,
and
so
I don't feel like we know Kay. We got a little cutscene. I mean, that's a spoiler. You get a little cutscene when you see her mom, and okay,
all right. So
yeah, that's.
I know the game is in full. Like, if you just ran through the story, I think they said it'd take you like 20 hours. Okay. But if you do side quests, I think it's closer to 30, which is probably going to be what we do.
Yeah.
I'm only, like I said, I'm not even 2 hours in. I can tell you the Star Warsiness I actually do like. Like you said, I like the universe.
Yeah.
I don't like, I don't like the way we already talked about the graphics. That's an issue. But yeah, the mechanics, like, there's a little bit of, this game borrows from a lot of, and people have probably heard this, and I might be repeating this because I'm sure it's come up. But this seems to borrow from, like, there's a little bit of Assassin's Creed in here, Tomb Raider, the rebooted Tomb Raider, and Red Dead Redemption with is in here too. But it's just like, it's like a watered down version of all those games, and it's not that great. So when you were talking about the mechanics, it hit me, and it's like, yeah, because other games have done it and done it better,
so much better.
So I mean, it's not worth. So again, if you paid $110, I would actually be angry for you. You paid the $70 for it, you're gonna get a good amount of content out of it.
Right.
I was lucky. I bought it on a discount, and I got it for I got it $30 cheaper. So I got it for 40 something bucks.
Well,
so
lucky you, because I was so pressed to play this game that yes, I spent $100 and something.
Yeah, like
I'm looking forward to the Jabba the Hutt missions, but
I think that after the time I've spent with it, I would actually recommend just go ahead and buy the Ubisoft subscription, the $18 one.
Oh yeah.
If you're gonna play, if you know you can beat this in a month, you can beat this in. If that's the only game you're playing, you'll beat this in a
You beat
month.
this in a month.
Yeah,
Yeah.
play it,
Beat this in a
beat it,
week.
and cancel your subscription. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
If I could do it over. But I mean, that's me saying I do think if you're a Star Wars fan, it's worth checking out.
Oh
I think
yeah.
if you're not a Star Wars fan and you're just looking for a good single player game, there are others I would play before this.
There's a whole amazing game that's breaking records on Steam that you can play instead of this.
Yeah. But
So,
yeah, man, it's I think I want to come back after we both get more time and see if our opinions change.
yeah.
But Jovi, especially him playing much further than me, I think he's pretty much gotten an idea of how the game is, and it's more so how's the story going to play out. If that's going to change his mind, and maybe you'll get more used to the mechanics, and maybe so we'll see.
I think
But
I think I'm as far as everybody that got their review copy.
Yeah,
was because like I'm seeing a lot of stuff that they talked about. And I'm like, cool, I'm on this mission. I was like, oh, this is really dope. Oh, actually, I didn't mention a suite. Flying is fun and actually good and getting cargo from blown up ships and stuff like that is good. Why is that good? But walking around and crouching and doing stuff and hiding behind boxes not good when the game, half the game is stealth. So yes, good job, y'all, with the space exploration like side of it. Like that's really fun, but I'm really confused. Like where y'all again, like you're saying, there was two different teams because whoever worked on that, like they need a raise because you can make you could bring back that Star Wars game that was in space in space and you can.
I remember you had that game.
Yeah,
that game sucked. Yeah, I remember what it was called. Yeah,
it was not, bad. And I can't even get and the story sucked too.
Yeah, where you were a pilot. I remember.
Yes, another sucky story with a female lead because they suck at writing female characters.
Yeah, it's a shame. I haven't gotten to know Kay that much. I'm not really ready to write her off, but I mean, I'm trusting.
I mean, I like Kay, I like Nyx, but I don't love them. And I could say from the first time I played a Nathan Drake game, I'm like, yo,
that's my man's, yo.
So you know what I'm saying? Like, from the first time I ever played Tomb Raider, I'm like, oh, I love Lara Croft.
Yeah,
like I'm not getting that with this, and of course, it's giving that. And then when you talk about Red Dead Redemption, it's not an Arthur Morgan. Like I'm not getting that.
It's actually unfair for me. I only say that because of some of the fighting mechanics.
Yeah,
there are a lot of games that aren't Red Dead Redemption, so it's not fair for me to actually say that game is incredible. So
if you are expecting Red Dead Redemption Star Wars, you're getting what Sam said, a watered down version at a budget resort in Jamaica, and you're like, why does this rum punch taste like juice? That's what you're gonna get with this game for right now. We could come back and talk to y'all in 3 weeks, 2 weeks, and been like, hey, after that patch, the game feels so much better.
You know what? Let's plan to do that. We'll come back. Let's say after we both get maybe around 20 or so hours in. I think by then it'll be a safe bet to know what the game is.
Right.
Even if one of us hasn't reached the ending by then. So let's do that. But yeah, man, those are our first thoughts on Star Wars Outlaws. I promise I will have actual gameplay next time. Right now, I hope we don't get copyrighted. I'm using trailer footage because we didn't have that much to record. So
yeah.
All right. But anyway, guys, it's out today. Let us know what you think about it so far. We want to hear from you right down there. All right, man. Thank you for watching. And as always, until next time, I'm out.
Deuces.